What's going on, guys? Play-by-play Gamer here, back with another Epic 7 video. And today we're talking about the Selective Summon for Season 2. So we talked about this actually in the patch update. We are getting the Selective Summon after completing 1010 episode 3. You're going to get summons up to 30 times. You're going to get a 5-star unit on the 1st, 10th, 20th, and 30th pool. So you have a chance to save one of those and then compare it to what you get in the others. So you have the ability to pretty much choose what you get. I mean, up to a certain extent, because it's still RNG with the units. There are a few units that you can choose from. Shu, Ervalen, Flan, Mort, Politis, Ada, Senya, Ilanov, Yufine, CC, Fire CC, Alencia, and Bomb Motto Kana. And so we're actually going to talk about them here in this quick little tier list that I came up with. If you haven't taken a look at the selector, 5-star selector, I'm sure a lot of you already pulled for your 5-star selector. I'm still waiting because I'm trying to wait until the last day of the free summons to see if maybe I get a 5-star, but we'll see. But you do get selective summons, which are really, really nice. I'm going to throw up the tier list here, and we do have just one unit that is a must get if you don't already have. And so if you have already completed 1010 episode 3, or once you do complete it, by then or by this point in the game, you should be at least mid to end game, right? Or you might be a returning player finishing this up. So I try to put it in that type of priority. And then I did create 2 tiers, which is PvP and PvE. Now, most of these units can go into one of those tiers, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So number 1, Politis. If you didn't pull her, or if you didn't pick her up from the selector ticket, you got another chance. So here you go, Politis. She's going to be the lowest investment unit out of all of these that you can just build super tanky and just throw her on defense, and then she's good to go. She's one of those units that can potentially be future-proof just because of her passive and because she helps to kind of go counter cleave, right? She goes against cleave. Now, some people also use her to cleave, so you can build her super tanky to start off with and then move to a more damage build in the future. I do have some notable mentions. Now, so I'm a little biased towards the first one here, Shu. I really like her. I always liked her kit as well. Just her animation, she's high-fiving Kareem, and she's having a good time and just smashing everybody, right? So now I finally built her. I plus 15'd her recently, put her on a counter set, made her super tanky, and she puts in work. She puts in work. However, she does require pretty decent gear just because she doesn't have a lot of crit chance. However, if you want to go into Shu, you can always pick up an imprint, and her self imprint is actually crit chance. So Shu's actually really great against units like Charlotte or units like Carrot, but you're probably not going to be able to bring her against every single team. So just kind of keep that in mind. Mort here, he's a notable mention because he is getting some buffs. Anytime a unit has a built-in counter, I try to pick up. I picked up Mort when he first came out. I think I pitied for him as well, and then I never used him. I never used him just because he was kind of meh. But now with his buffs, I think he could potentially be good. I guess we gotta wait and see. Flan is another unit that I think could potentially go into the must get. However, she does have a very specific play style, so you do need to build her somewhat fast, and she doesn't really do anything other than her S3 and S2 combo. After that, you should have won the game. If you didn't, it's probably GG, okay? So she AoE defense breaks, she AoE pushes back, and then with her S2, she can push up a unit, give them crit damage buff, also attack buff, I believe, and then you just one-shot everything. So I like to bring her with Bazaar and Strays, and then just one-shot everything just because of the defense break. So someone to keep in mind if you have everyone else. Fire CC is first here on the PvP list. We have Alencia and Ada. So Fire CC, she's another unit that I think that can definitely go into the waifu tier at the very bottom. She was one of the units that I wanted the most from, I guess, starting the game. I never pulled her. Once I did, I picked up her skin, built her up, and she did pretty good. She did okay. At the time when I decided to build her, I didn't have AoE immunity, and I didn't have a lot of AoE, LR crowd, right? I didn't pull him, so I was missing an AoE immunity, someone that can provide that utility, someone that you can build fast, give everybody full immunity on the team, and she enables that. She also strips with the S2. She AoE provokes with the S3 on top of giving you immunity, and she does attack break on the S2. She provides a lot of utility, even defense break. So she does a lot, but at the same time, she's not going to be a unit that's going to be amazing in every single type of content. You can also even bring her in PvE. I bring her into the Lich guy for that fire team that you need to bring in, and she does pretty well. Alencia, she was an amazing unit when she first dropped. Everybody built her, everybody was using her, and then she kind of fell off, right? So we got Carrot and we got Charlotte, and she just kind of fell off. But I think that Alencia is still a very solid unit, especially now since we have these ice units running around like Rem or Emilia. And I've been wanting to build my Alencia back up, but I just don't have the gear. She does require pretty good gear. I would say you would build her something like Shu, although I think Alencia can get away on speed set, but at the same time, you could probably put her on counter as well. But definitely a great pickup, regardless. Ada here, she's kind of, she's kind of an unknown, right? Because not a lot of people use Ada. I know some people have built her, but I've never really seen anyone actually use her consistently and faithfully, right? She seems kind of meh. She seems like a dizzy control unit. She does need to be built 100% crit in order for her kit to work. So that, I don't like conditions on units. I don't like you need to do this to get, X results. So I kind of shy away from those types of units. I did pull her recently, but she's still in my storage. Okay, just so that you know. PvE, moving on. We got Bomb Monokana and Aurelin. Both of these units, people have tried to bring them into PvP, but it doesn't seem to work out, okay? Bomb Monokana, another unit you can bring into the Lich guy. Aurelin, he's been shown, I think people have one-shotted Banshee with him as well. He can be a solid unit if you bring him into like GVG just because he is single target. So I think that's why, someone like Aurelin hasn't seen a lot of use. So it's something to keep in mind. Waifu tier here, we got Senya, my girl Senya. I went ham on her banner. Okay, I went ham on her banner, picked up all max limit break copies of her artifact, just because it's a very, very strong artifact that I think was definitely a good pickup. And we got her up until I think like S imprint, S or SS, one of those. So Senya, Ilanov, I think both of them are pretty good. They're a lot of fun, but I think that's pretty much it. If you're going to bring them into any type of content, more than likely it's going to be PvP. They have very specific uses, and they can potentially be RNG. Like Ilanov can be RNG just because of the way her S1 into S2 works. When it works, it works, and when it doesn't, you feel like you're missing out. And so you need to build Ilanov with some type of damage. Senya, you can get away with building full attack, bulk, and maybe some speed, right? Because she does get that counter buff in her kit, and it's going to allow her to deal some damage. But if you don't have her on her own artifact, she's not going to deal too much damage. So it's kind of a trade-off. Same thing with Ilanov. If she doesn't counter, or if you don't have her built on counter, if you don't put her on max Elbrus, she's not going to pop off with the S1, S2, similar to Charles, right? Yufine here, I think provides a lot of utility. She's in the waifu because to a lot of people she's waifu. I'm more of a Senya type of guy, but hey, that's just me. Yuffie does provide a lot of utility. She can one-shot almost any unit in the game as long as they're not fire because of the 50-50, right? But she strips, silences, and can stun on the S3 and one-shot on the S3. She can even one-shot Banshee. So she does have a lot in her kit. In the end, it's going to be up to you and who you don't have, and if you want to pull for a unit either that you don't have or for an imprint. It really depends on how you're trying to play the game. Maybe you want to go bruiser, maybe you want to go a bit more aggressive. I would say pretty much all of the units on here are bruiser units except maybe Ervalin, Yuffie, and Politis, maybe, or Ada. I mean, pretty much all of them, they're kind of all bruiser units, right? Bruiser units. I mean, Ada's going to be potentially fast. Bomb model kind of, you could probably build her somewhat fast. Politis, you can definitely build her a bruiser, tanky bruiser, and then once you push forward, maybe build her like super fast AoE damage, stuff like that. But that's going to be it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who are you picking up? I don't know. I think maybe I'll just pick up another crit chance imprint for Shu, or maybe I'll imprint my Solitaria and pick up another Ida. I'm not sure, but let me know who you're choosing in the comment section below. Do you have all of these units? If not, who are you thinking about? Let me know what you think about the selective summon. Like always, if you haven't enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hey, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.